Ocean Shores, Washington.
Oh, okay.
So we're making chicken noodle soup, and the first step in making chicken noodle soup is to thinly slice some red cabbage. So try to make it as thin as possible, and this is a very hard skill to master. I know I'm still not that great at it, but practice makes perfect, and if you're not confident in your cabbage shredding skills, you can have an adult do it for you. Or a friend. So Maya's cutting up celery now. It's pretty simple. It doesn't take that much skill. Just chop it across and chop off the end. So now I'm going to dice half of an onion. I already showed you in Spanish potatoes, which you should watch if you haven't already, how to cut an onion. So I'm just going to do a little bit of that now, and if you don't know how, go watch the other video. So right now we're chopping up some green beans. Maya is cutting off the tips, and I am cutting them in half. You can get a friend or a parent to help with this to make it less time-consuming and tedious. It's good to use good vocabulary.
I will be cutting the chicken into bite-sized pieces. So first you can cut it into strips, and then cut it into pieces to bite. And here, I'll demonstrate. Like that. And then that might be a little too big, so you might want to cut it again. Yeah, that's it.
So right now, I am zesting a lemon. And in this soup, we put the zest of a lemon, a small navel orange, and we combine it with lemon juice and honey. And I know that sounds really, really weird, but I was reading through this cookbook, and it was like ways to make your own tomato sauce in the winter. And one of them had lemon and honey and ginger in it, and I thought that was really weird but really cool. So I decided, heck, I'll try to do that in a chicken soup because I think that sounds really good. Oops. And it worked. It is super yummy. And because I am allergic to orange juice, I'm only using the zest, but it still provides that yummy citrusy flavor that we want. And then we're going to put lemon juice in there to add the acid that makes it taste lemony and orangey. I switched shade orange. Make sure you get a small navel orange like this. If you get one that is too big, you're going to have way too much zest. And if you can't find small oranges like this, then get a big one and only zest half of it. So we've already added the chicken to our huge pot of chicken noodle soup. It's 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which Maya cut up into bite-sized pieces. And yeah, we just have to saute it for a while. And then we're going to add the onions. And then once that's sauteed, we're going to add some honey, and then immediately dump in our chicken broth and the zests from our lemon and orange, lemon juice, and then bring that to a boil and add our pasta and our vegetables.
So now that our chicken is pretty much brown, we're going to add the onions in. And what we want these onions to do is start to look translucent. And once that happens, and the chicken is done, of course, we want to make sure that that's our top priority, we can add our honey and mix that until it's just thoroughly coated the chicken, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients.
Alright, so our chicken is pretty much fully cooked, and our onions look nice and translucent. So now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of honey. It's kind of slow to come out. And once you add the honey, you just want to stir it around until it is evenly mixed in with everything else. And then you can add your lemon zest, lemon juice, and some chicken broth. So honey is pretty easy to dissolve to something. That was easy. I'm going to get lemon and orange zest. The juice of half of a lemon, and 6 cups of chicken broth. To know it's 6 cups, each thing of chicken broth is a quart, and so then you want to pour in 1 quart and then just eyeball about like half of the other quart, and you can just kind of weigh it, figure out. Just use estimation. This is where math class comes in handy. And then after we pour this in, we're going to bring this to a boil. And once it boils, we're going to add our pasta and add our vegetables. There we go. So kind of feel how it is right now. And then just more than that. Yeah, that's about 6 cups. Give that a stir. I'm going to increase heat a little bit and let it come to a boil. So now our water is boiling and we're going to add some pasta. Add about 8 ounces, maybe a little bit less. Depends on how much you think you want in your soup and how much you think you'll eat. Let me stir that, see. There we go. That's probably good. And then we're going to add our vegetables. We're just going to stir that and cook this according to the directions on the pasta package. So let's see, it says boil for 9 minutes. So in 9 minutes we're going to have yummy pasta, tender vegetables, and super awesome chicken noodle soup.
And that is how you make chicken noodle soup.